ENCE versus a Big to kick off IEM Katowice. Here they go. Process straight through it. Glaive is going to hear those footsteps and call for his teammates to come back and try and help him. Glaive is going to get the chance for the first headshot, but the trigger discipline, he's letting them run right on by. And Glaive with the double, Tapson and Mantu both down. And just like that, ENCE have basically won the pistol round.
They have bomb control. They've got two players on it. Diha is just kind of sticking around at the A bomb site. Oh, that's a spicy shot. Let's see what more he's got. Bomb can be picked up, which means they have to be concerned about the B side as well. And now the Glock is starting to dish out a little bit of damage and make this defense passive. He's not going to be aware there's two players, though. And Goofy's found his teammate on the other side of the map, so it's all Sin from here.
One nice shot on the Glock. That is it here for Sin, and likely all that she wrote for Big in the pistol round. It's ENCE. He's taking the first round of play here. And you know, ENCE, the name has just become synonymous with like consistency last year.
They should kind of know what's coming, either hiding behind a mid smoke, waiting, hiding behind the B smoke, or an A pop. And now they get the indication. Utility raining in. Dia's blocked off by smoke. Goofy's over towards CT spawn, also blocked off by smoke. And Dia has the angle pre-lined up, and the bomb planter goes down. Nice
and
try.
Another one. Just keeps going. Smoke blown open. D-High goes for a little bit more, but for Big, that's devastating because you're at least hoping you get a bomb plant out of this round, and you have two cracks at the whip, and D-High denies twice.
And now all the utilities negated. They have nothing to block off this choke point. So Big have to pause and hope that Crimbo can create something from middle. Kyler shoulder peeking is going to make sure that doesn't stick them in a weird situation. Round slows down. Process crosses over, bomb still on the ground, still a plant not available.
Yeah, it's become very rough now for Big. Generally, these rounds, if they are going to be successful, you continue momentum from the start of the round, but once you slow it down, you get into the final seconds with no utility. It's just a moment until ENCE should pick them apart, but they go again. Third time lucky getting that bomb planted, so extra cash at least for the future, but this round is going nowhere, and Crimbo about to be impaled. So the jump around, Kylar confirms, and that is the second round in a row for ENCE.
Sure, I mean, how crazy would it be? You know, it's not outside the realm of possibility, but it's been so long, it feels, since we've had a Polish team in front of this Polish crowd. It's still a long way away, but what a cool thing it would be in the Spodek to start CS2's journey at IEM Katowice.
Glaive just waiting on utility, doesn't want to peek. This allows his teammates to eliminate Sim without having to fight him, without having to show. And smoke goes down towards the B doors. Crimbo attempts to walk into it, but it's a false smoke, it's not safety. It's a kill coming in for ENCE. Followed up by Hades on the other side of the map, and the little fake to try and get bigger bomb plant does not pay off. Ooh. You never know when you might need them. As the smoke goes up towards the cave. It's gonna lock that away from early access, and Sin, what a nightmare he has had at the start of this game so far, taken out by a bombardment of utility. It's the Molotov that gets rid of him in the end, and Process looking to chase after the donut player, and Kylar just about gets around the corner, and now they realize there's two players in this position, and Process is going to get a double, and that prolapses the A site.
Oh, Hades hesitated. Hades really hesitated. Didn't know if he should fall back or step forward for the fight, and gets caught between two ideas. Crimbo dinked up and forced back, and Glaive is going to keep up the pressure back towards middle. It's Tapson. And this defense has just been peeled apart. Glaive's going to grab one. Shuts down the retreat for Big, but they're fine with that. They want to move forward. And A bomb site is open access.
Lock the digits in, put the bomb down, and Mantu now into the 3v2. ENCE getting ever closer, but it is just Diha up towards the red room. And his teammate of Glaive is on the other side of the map, which signals to us, obviously, the save call for him. And that's going to be Big up on the first round. Finally, their first gun round. Mantu had one hell of a showing at certain points towards that last game in Blast, right? It was good to see his performance coming up and sort of rising up as an all-pro who can have a big performance. Heartbreaking game, though. I was talking to him.
Heartbreaking in his strong performance, and in fact, how well he played made it even more heartbreaking.
Exactly. I was talking to them on media day. I was in the car with him. We were just like,
wrong time for it. Kyler, everything in nade in hand. Oh, a switch over. And that allows Big to get into the bomb site despite the low time. Now they've got it. They've got the opportunity. bomb will be planted, and an extra kill through the smoke, and ENCE. It all looked so good for so long until the final 5 seconds.
That's an absolute disaster. It looked like it was locked in. A few seconds left, Kylar's fumbling around on the A site, and there's zero margin for error there for Big. You need to get that kill, you need to get the bomb down, and they do it in just enough time.
The idea throughout that round for ENCE was so good. Smoke on B ramp to get you, 18 seconds or so to shift back and make that play in middle, see if the op can find you anything. They rotate back to the B bomb site in time. Diha giving up that last angle gives away the information that they fell back through mid to readjust. And Kylar just completely out of position for his shift.
Oh, Hades gets away. Not this round, unfortunately, because they've decided to put a little bit more pressure into the donut, and no one's inside of this A bomb site, which has allowed Big to just run straight through. And look at Process. Look how much space he's taken already. He's all the way through the temple, and he can come around the backside. Crimbo with the headshot. Process reacts in time to bring down Glaive. And now a 5v3. Big with the perfect start to the round.
That has to have been some research from Tabson, from Gabi, to make a call like that. That sprint towards temple and the walk all the way through. Process was so confident that he wasn't going to be challenged. And once again, this is the first round where it feels like Big have completely destroyed ENCE. Can't even really be a challenge unless Diha gets lucky through smoke, but even then, it would have to be oh so lucky. And ENCE is again going to back away and try and preserve the weapons.
Good shot from Karimbo. That's going to be Diha.
You could just see him tracking the sound cues, the footsteps, and now Sin. They know they've got Kylar boxed in. He doesn't know where the next peak is going to come from. And there's the op hitting the deck. Big take everything away from them.
Once again, going for a heavy hit, this time into the B site. Diha had the chance. He had the only weapon really worth talking about. And it goes down without a single kill, despite coming close. With those headshots, is now space taken for Big, and the round will shortly follow. Nothing ENCE can do.
Yeah, massive damage from Diha, just nothing to follow it up. So Big will take a lead.
They really got into another gear here. Big last year really starting to make Ancient a great map for them. We've seen some good performances, in particular towards the second half of the year. Brought it out, Pro League had a lot of showings on it. Definitely started to put it into their repertoire. And as Yanko was pointed out on the desk, really interesting talking point he raised about the fact that 9 had historically been terrible on Ancient, right? A team that struggled to get a win here, and just trying to combine all those different philosophies so early on, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, and I remember actually talking with Hades at Cologne last year about it, and just being like, what's going on with Ancient, man? Like, you guys, what's going on? Why
you had a therapy session with him.
He was just straight up, he's like, we've tried so much. He's like, we've looked into it so many times, and we've adjusted so many things, and we've tinkered, and we've moved pieces around, and we just can't figure it out.
Goofy, just sitting back, waiting for his time to strike. With those smokes up, it does allow Glaive and Goofy to take a few steps further into the B-bomb site. A boost over the smoke for Sin. Will it garner him a kill? It won't. He will not see Goofy in that corner.
It could.
Not yet anyway. And eventually, he'll get that headshot. Goofy takes a few steps too far forward and ends up going down. And now Big handed 2 kills in the final 35.
Yeah, Process heads up, doing such a good job over in middle on that lurk, looking for the follow-up play, looking for the information play, is able to grab Kylar. A weakened, diminished defense, but still some fight left. Diha and Glaive are here. That smoke is going to go past Glaive, but he's very committed, and Diha's got nothing to say. And once again, Glaive's just going to try and bail out and preserve his life. No chance at a victory in this round.
Close up until the final moments. Then Big find the crucial kills. So 5-3. This T side, Jason, it's 5 in a row.
It was all looking good till the guns came out. And then Big's had the upper hand ever since. Hades has a chance to drop a few AK-47s at the end. They definitely want to hunt this down, at least on one player at it. Hades defending. Flashbang's going to come in. And it's perfect. He's got to take his eyes away. Glaive can only get the one. And all the weapons once again taken out of the hands of ENCE. And I think Eternal Fire demolished BB. Oh, Process fast out middle. Almost a double kill. But he's got, once again, a lot of space, a lot of ground, a lot of map control for the team.
That's so rough. He gets peppered from both sides. Eventually, Deha hits him with a 5-7. And now Glaive coming back with the AK-47. He's salvaged off the ground. It's a good headshot on Sin. Goofy traded out a 3v3 and a minute 25 left. Good nade to the back of the donut. Deha can't get away. This is a chaotic start of the round, isn't it?
Yeah, poor Deha doesn't even see the nade coming in that's going to take him down. So Glaive has obscured his position, goes passive a little bit as they clear donut, and he's going to come back for it. It's kind of a throwaway round that he has this AK-47 picked up. 1 kill, and that might have been doable in a 2v2, but now Hades just doesn't have the timing as Tapson peeks out, and it is 6-3. Big looking good. Failure to qualify for various things. You're going to have a very empty middle of the year.
Well, here's Kylar inside of the cutout in middle. It's going to be 1. He probably should have got a second down. I'm going to say absolutely should have at this point. But Hades patching up that hole. Tapson running back. And I thought he might have been distracted by the donut player, but stays focused enough to go back for Deha. And it is just Crimbo, king of the clutch here for Big. Has he got one in him here in Katowice? Ooh. Ships in the night as they slink on past. Goofy runs right by him. And he's calling all the information, but it's fake. It's wrong information. They say the doors is clear. And Crimbo has no idea, though. No idea that Goofy walked past, and that will end up being his bane. Here comes the attack out towards the A-bomb site, quick from Big. It was working earlier on. Why wouldn't it work again? Especially with shots like that from Process.
They seem so confident that the first engagement is going to come from Donut. They seem so confident that no one's actually going to be in the bomb site. And more than happy to show that B-rush, force out some counter utility, and just be happy with the 1 kill, or the A-rush, excuse me, and be happy with the 1 kill. Backing out immediately and changing the position of their attack.
Yeah, but look at the panic that it's instilled in ENCE, right? Look at the rotation. They brought so many players back over towards that A side of the map, and for good reason. I've seen a lot of players coming that way from Big.
And with the kill, Big is saying, we know this is going to weaken your mid defense. It's going to be very far back. No one will still be in mid. Likely if someone was in middle, they'd be Donut. They'd be back towards Red Room. And that's Goofy, who almost gets his head ripped off, but instead at least gets information.
I was hoping for a little bit more from that itchy grenade, but they're going back into the play at A. And Deha diving out of Donut, allowing Glaive to get in behind, and that's the bomb. He's dropped the bomb at the back of the pack, and that might slow Big down.
Especially now that the AWP is just zeroed in on this angle. That's not fun for Process.
Oh, it started so well for Big, but it's starting to fall out of their hands here. They've got to fight back in this mid-round, and Mantu has done exactly that. Good headshot on Goofy. But Hades is not done. He wants to move forward, and this is going to work out for him. The Polish hopper locks it in a second. It's fantastic from Hades.
That's a quick kill on the second, and Deha just waiting, and Big might have outplayed themselves in that round.
We talked about trying to get as many rounds out of this half as possible, but here goes the P90 play, Jason. First P90 spotting here in Katowice. And it's Crimbo that's wielding it, trying to get up that B ramp.
Ew.
Yeah, that's what it deserves. That's what you deserve.
Yeah, get it out of here.
You know, it's a real Counter-Strike here. Goofy's turn. Oh, he hit the headshot through the wood. Sin very lucky to be alive. Tapson will not be given that same mercy. He's taken out by Hades' AWP, and we mentioned it just a few rounds ago about Hades has had the AWP out a few times, yet to see some serious impact. Well, that has changed. He's now 12-4, and has had some big kills over the last 2 rounds here.
Yeah, he's putting together 2 or 3 really, really good rounds with the AWP in a row. Goofy sticking around over towards Jaguar is going to find another kill on Mantu. And Process, finally that smoke clears. He can make his move. Glaive clears him and wins the fight. It's all down to Sin. 4 health. Wrecked by Goofy through the boards earlier. And it's going to be all tied up, Dinko. 6-6 at the half. ENCE doing a good job fighting back after a big streak in the middle of the half.
Good individual performance in that first half. Very proactive play from Glaive. He's 11-5. And now we're seeing this attack in the cave in a pistol. Good shot from Sin, traded by Deha, and a lot of presence being detected in the B lane, and it's a massacre here in favor of Big, but he jumped into his teammate. Mantu blocked the fallback from Process, and Mantu makes up for it with that headshot.
Yeah, beautiful flashbang from Tapson as well. It's a kind of flashbang that makes you pump your fist. That was magnificent. Deha would have to get an ace. Bombs on the ground. Had a chance against Mantu, but can't connect the shots. He's got plenty of time to play with.
Oh, no chance. What a shot from Mantu.
Oh. So, unarmored Glocks. A P250 on Deha. Always worth the investment.
It is always worth the investment.
Yeah.
It's an incredible weapon. especially in the hands of a player like Diha. But let's see, is there anything for it? Yes, there is.
There it is, baby.
Yourself up to the P250.
It's paid for itself, and it's taken a ton of money out of the hands, so that's, oh my lord, Tapson can't track. Okay, this is dangerous.
Oh my god, indeed. Crimbo coming back in from CT, he's cleaning it up. He's like asking how it even got this bad. Eventually, it will be a 1v2. Kylar might be able to slip away with a stray bullet hit Sin. He might be able to get another kill, but in the end, Big lose 3 players and got B. That's a painful one.
You're right. I think like that. I think they bought a smoke and a P250 that round, and they got 3 kills. That is some bang for your buck.
Tapson already climbing up heaven, looking down the B lane. He's not alone, he's got Sin on the swing. And Glaive has already got through that smoke. He's looking to try and apply pressure, but Process must have been given information that he was inside that, checking it, finding it with the MP9, and it's over just like that. ENCE don't really get a gun round, Jason, because Big have 3 kills immediately.
Yeah, 2 of them through smoke as well. I don't even know if Process saw Glaive get into that cubby. May have just pre-fired it considering his teammates were clearing out lane, but man, that is an emphatic victory for Big to start their defensive campaign when the gun rounds begin.
Ability being thrown out from Big to try and damage up Goofy. And they've certainly done that. He's down to 19 health, and through the smoke, Diha is gone. Sin will drop Glaive, and finally the Tech-9 will rattle back. But it is just a single kill for ENCE here, not really gaining any control elsewhere. And Matsu should be taking this kill. It's always scary when you're up against the duel this close against the Tech-9, so you'll back.
Like, okay, get me the hell away from this. I don't care what his HP is. It feels awkward.
Now it's much better. Can enjoy the safety of the donut. And here comes Process as well. Clearing out mid, should be able to get this kill. Overkill with the headshot. And Kylar and Hades, well, they're just biding their time in behind the doors.
And as we've all experienced and know, this unforgiving MR12 nature means this next gun round for ENCE is going to be critical. It's just so important. Or else they might just lose this half without even a whimper. It's 10-6. We're going to get aggressive quickly out of A main. We saw Big run this a number of times. Process having great impact doing it. It's Kyler leading the way, and he's dropped by the ult from Man2. Goofy's in the site, but that's it. Bomb is going to go to the other side of the map, so this is a fake from ENCE, and they're selling it pretty well. 4 defenders and an extended spray from Sin nets him the kill. ENCE has been so whittled down.
Diha, he's going to be checked here. Process looking towards Cave, in fact, so the angle was just perfect for Diha to get that headshot. Man2 trading back.
Yeah, but Glaive's programming towards middle, so this is going to give a lot of time for Big to actually get into position, despite the fact that Diha is controlling so deep down CT lane. Doesn't really matter all that much. And Glaive is hoping to catch off those rotations, listening for information, trying to piece together where exactly Big is playing at the moment to give himself all the information for the correct decision. They've got 1 Molotov left on Diha. He's going to use that to hold them back for the bomb plant, and then the retake is on.
Yeah, that molly goes in, buys them time. And let's see what Glaive and Diha can do in one of the most important rounds of this game so far. We said it at the start, they have to win this round, they have to get these rounds under their belt at this point. And here comes the retake with double the players. Big have the significant advantage here. Glaive looking towards his first target. It's Tapson, the in-game leader on the other side, gone. Glaive doubles up, but now he's alone. He needs a quad kill to close this, or at least needs to delay the time long enough so there's not enough time to defuse, and he will be taken out through the box, and the defuse will come through for Big. It's 11 rounds, ENCE unable to survive in this one, and that might just be it. Flash over the top, Tapson doing some damage on Diha. One of your strongest players is taken down low already. Sin just mowing them down, it's 1. But he combines in this sort of sandwich from the other side, and Process makes sure that ENCE are destroyed at the doors, so they're not getting anything done. This T side is being woeful.
Every time Big has wanted that lane control outside of B, they've pretty much gotten it. They've executed it really well with utility, with their peaks, with their timing, with kind of crunching different positions. The only times really they haven't taken it is when they haven't even executed anything along those lines.
Yeah, well, it looks like Astralis are going to have a chance to battle up against a lot of the X's here in Katowice. They just had Heroic in front of them. Now Glaive going to be going up against them, most likely in that elimination game.
Yeah, Astralis playing against all their old demons.
Yeah. Hoping for a different result.
They gotta beat their past before they can move into the future.
So poetic. 35 seconds though in this round, and it looks like it's just going to be that stall-out play at the doorway with nothing happening. Time ticks on, and you at least have 2 rifles to play with in the next round, but it is 12 now for Big.
It's 12 now for Big, and you don't really see any bright spots to hang your hat on if you're stumping for an ENCE comeback, right? Like, you can talk about whatever you want with like Glaive as a leader, but if a team can just take that B lane control on Ancient, like, it's so suffocating. Like, we've all played those games where opposing team has just this tough mid push and lane push that you just can't deal off when blinded, which allows Dia to continue challenging, and he's going to step up the ramp. Pros is spamming through as the smoke clears. Dia's got the perfect timing. Good read. Sin is still on the bomb site, though. Dia does slip away, but the information is over to Tapsin, and the Galil, he can't handle it.
Tapson's gonna pump the brakes now, come back over towards that B-bomb site.
What did they do? I don't think they know that Sin was... Okay, that smoke will give it away. I don't know if they necessarily knew that Sin was still in the bomb site. They might have thought that the defense was so far back they could just waltz in. That's not the case.
Oh, Tapson goes down. Sin only gets 1. So Kylar, who's been so quiet, I think that's his first kill of the second half, gets 2 out of it. And now Goofy inside of Red. Crimbo made a step and does not get the kill. So just Mantu. This one ain't done yet. He'll just sit back and donut. Nothing he can do here. And ENCE find a way. 7 rounds picked up.
That's our first round in the second half. Another 6-round streak. Big has had one of those in each half.
It's the classic, Jason. You know, you just win every single round, you get to 12, and suddenly there's a last hurrah.
Yeah, the question is, how long does the hurrah last?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it a 1-round hurrah? Is it a 3-round hurrah?
Or is it all the way to overtime hurrah?
6-round hurrah. Bonus rounds hurrah.
Hurrah, hurrah. Here we go. Well, Mantu says AWP. No money problems on him. He can drop a weapon on over if required. Sin's a little weak on cash, but the vast majority of his team have everything they could ever want. For how long? That smoke will fade away. Nice shot on the reveal of Process, and he'll get away too. Chasing after him, running right into Diha, and he will deliver death to 3. No problem for Diha. Once again, breaks open this B bomb site, and he's not stopping. He moves forward, and Big is so far removed.
That's nasty. That is a nasty round from Diha. Really well struck. Back-to-back rounds where he's been the creator for ENCE at that B ramp position. Now, depending on the weapons, how this round kind of ends out, Crimbo's got money to drop an M4 over, so there's still cash if he can keep it alive. Good nade, he heard the Molotov damage, but Diaz still got him trapped into a corner. Can't win the fight. And all of a sudden it's getting a little bit costly. So Kyler's going to back out with the leg shot. And important now that you don't give away too much, that they actually decide to go for this retake, which is entirely possible now that Kyler's gone down.
Not like this.
Look at Hades. He's all the way at the A-bomb site. He's still thinking they're going to save.
Yeah, good molly. They can't get back out through that backside, so that's going to keep them at bay, and it started to get very worrying now.
I think he hustles back to make sure they're not going to flank up the B bomb site, be a little bit closer. But that could have turned into a retake. 12-8 will be the scoreline.
That would have been the most devastating way
yes,
to
it
lose
would have.
the map. But Jihad does it. He gets the triple kill, and because they win the round, he is the hero story of this one.
Into that AWP, and again, ooh, timing's a little awkward. Mantu just looks away, but now he's got the cover of the donut, creeps back into Hades, and an opening kill out mid.
No longer is that all up around. Minute and 7 seconds left. ENCE have actually got something to play with here on the T side. The early portions, they were getting no room to maneuver, but here's the AWP back in the hands of Tabson, and what a shot straight through the face of Hades.
That's the bomb on the ground as well. And maybe ENCE isn't super concerned with it at the moment, but they will have to be at some point in the round. Deagle at distance watching mid, Sin's up close with a Deagle of his own. Oh. Glaive finds that, well aware of the danger, but now you're going against the 2 weapons.
2 weapons indeed, Crimbo and Tabson. Crimbo only manages 1, so it's just Tabson, the in-game leader, trying to pull this one off alone. And now they know where he is. He could catch them running back. 30 seconds left. He has the bomb in his eyes, and he's not able to land a shot. Oh, a couple of opportunities there, but eventually ENCE will pick up that round.
And we run it back. 2 SMGs on the board for Big. MP9s on Process and Sin.
And D-Hop back to the B play. He runs up, this time not able to get that opening kill, and now they know he's there, so they go for the swing. Process confident with the MP9 that he's able to just rapidly swing on him, and he actually melts the second player. Process is doing this on his own. Big being dragged through this round, and probably at this point to their first win here in Katowice, thanks to Process. That is incredible.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with you're not going to get away with that if you're DH too many more times. You got it twice, but eventually they're going to put a little bit more emphasis on making sure that you don't have the space and the freedom and the comfort to go for those plays. And this time, he's trapped by a Molotov, forced to stay into the open, and just an SMG that doesn't have to stop moving, shuts him down, and then gets built upon. What a round from Process.
And now this should be the game for Big, but ENCE are going for their final attack. It's Kylar and Goofy to try and pull this one off.
And again, it just goes back, like when Big has like made the mental decision to challenge that area of the map, they've pretty much had it. The only round they didn't is the spectacular Diha triple kill.
And that's not sustainable, as you pointed out. And what has come to pass? 30 seconds left in this round. ENCE make their final play up the ramp. It's Kylar Goofy with still a decent amount of utility they can place inside of this B bomb site just to give themselves an extra percentage chance here of getting through to the site itself. The Process, he's done everything. Why not do it all? Why not do it all? An ace lies in front of him if he can collect these 2 kills, but that is taken away by Tapson. 8 seconds left, and Process will get the job done. So will Big. Their opening matchup in Katowice goes their way. And the local heroes, Jason, not the performance they would have hoped for.
No, first showing from ENCE is a loss, which is obviously heartbreaking, which is very unfortunate, but growing pains. We'll see if they can build into this event. Not a whole lot of opportunities. They're going to be playing up against Astralis. Glaive rematching his old organization later on in the event, and for Big, they move on with a solid victory.
It's not the team you want to be going up against in that elimination game, right? Astralis, one of the strongest teams probably going to be in the elimination games, and if you're looking at 9 being a new roster with dreams of potentially making a run at your home event, it is not the recipe that is lining up for success.
And it's a rematch as well from last week where Big took down Heroic. They're going to move on to play Heroic to move forward. And that's a big 2-1 win in that series. Regardless, either way, we've got Shocks ready to talk to the winners.
Well, I just told him he could put on his shoes, that we still had time, so this one is on me. Sorry, Crimbo. Yeah, we're already filming. Anyway, great shoes, I have to say. Very stylish. There you go, much more comfortable. There we go, nice. Congratulations, first game, first win here in Katowice. Wichtig und richtig.
Wichtig, sehr wichtig. I mean, it's also, you know, we have a Polish member and they have a Polish team, so the Polish team won, so...
Yes, was Mantu really vocal and strong in this one, you think?
Like, I think it's as usual. Like, we take every opponent seriously. Doesn't matter who it is, if it's, you know, against the odds or not. So we take every game, like, always full serious.
Absolutely, and of course that's sometimes a tricky one for Big. We have noticed actually sometimes in games like this where you should be the favorite, it doesn't really work out. So are you thankful to Process for especially in that last round pulling you over the line?
Yeah, definitely. We crumbled some rounds, gave some advantage situations away, but yeah, he definitely stepped up. He showed some balls, let's say. Just white strafed them in the last round. Also rounds before, he just took the one-on-one duel. Which is always like can go always wrong, but if you are confident and if he has a game like this, it's really nice to have.
It worked out. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Dankeschön.